stretching you because you can hold more than you think. I know you thought they were talking about you, but when they were talking about you, I was stretching you. Somebody shout capacity. And so maybe God is saying you shouldn't be petty, you shouldn't be mad at them, because what I'm actually doing, I'm stretching you so you can hold what I have on the inside of you. But can you handle being mature? That comes with capacity. The Bible says stuff like this. Jesus learned obedience through the things he suffered. That's called capacity. He has to stretch us. Y'all ready for this? Now, one of the ways he stretches us, he says, I'm going to give you a gift to stretch you. All right. He says, I'm going to give you apostles. Woo! I'm going to give you prophets, pastors, evangelists, and teachers. If you read it closely, they're gifts. This is why you got to be careful how you treat your leader, because God says they're a gift. Oh, this is why you got to be careful when people talk about your leader, because God says they're a gift. And you can't just handle God's gifts any kind of way. Woo! So he gives them a gift so they can become a gift. Oh, Jesus. And so you have to understand, anytime God, and this is for every minister, pastor, evangelist, God gives you the gift, not so you can hold it, he gives you the gift so you can become the gift. If you're a singer, he gave you the gift to become a gift. And the problem is, a lot of us get happy being gifts that we never become. It's not enough just to know you got it. God says, are you using it? It's not enough just to know you can sing. God says, are you using it? It's not enough just to know you're nice. He said, use it on the usher board. Look at a neighbor and say, if you got a gift, be the gift. This is about capacity. He says, so the way I'll get the gift out of you is I'm going to gift you with leaders. He says, I'm going to gift you with leaders. First one, he says, for the perfecting of the saints. You're telling me I can't get perfect without a preacher. Woo, it's going to get tough. Because we're in a season now that says I can do it myself. I can learn on my own. And yes, there is a personal responsibility that you have at home. But Jesus is actually saying, I'm actually helping you on your way. Let me gift you with somebody who can help you in this. So he says, I'm going to give it to you for the perfecting of the saints. All right, here's where it gets good, because I had to study this. That word perfecting, Pastor, means equipping. It's literally the Greek word for working out. He says, I'm going to give you a pastor that's able to train you like you're working out. I'm going to give you a pastor that every time we give you a word on Sunday and it hurts, I'm just stretching you. I'm just training you how to love. I'm just training you how to live right. So I can't get mad when the word hurts me, because it's literally me learning how to lift the weights. It's literally me learning how to do everything God told me. God said, I sent them to you so they can help you live. I was studying this, and I almost called Pastor Darren to ask him some questions because he's a trainer. And I was studying this. Statistics say that 90% of people leave the gym within 3 months. I will be honest, I am one of that 90%. 90% get to 3 months, and they say, that's all I can do. They say, that's all I can handle. And God began to tell me, that's what happens with us. That we tell the pastor, I can help out, but then things get a little rough. The weights get a little heavy. People start saying stuff to you. People start looking at you the wrong way. And within 3 months, we're like, I can't handle that anymore because the weights get heavier. They leave because they've now been stretched to their Father's place. If you ever said, I don't have to take none of this, God says you're the one I'm talking to. Because we've all been in a place where somebody said something to us in church and we said, I don't have to take none of this. God says, you're actually the one that I'm trying to stretch. When that happens, I'm not trying to abuse you. I'm trying to help you lift lift the weights so that you don't walk out every time something happens. I'm trying to help you lift the weights so when somebody looks at you crazy, you don't just walk out on them. God says, I'm sending them to make you stronger. 90% pastor leave after 3 months. The other people leave. I looked this up. This was a New York Post. I looked this up. The other people leave because there's something called gym intimidation. There's something called gym intimidation. Some of y'all know this. You go into Planet Fitness, you work out one time, but you see somebody there more buff than you. You see somebody that's stronger than you, and when you become so intimidated that you walk out the door. God says that's what happens to a lot of us. We start doing what God tells us to do, but then it looks like somebody's being more blessed than us, and then we start saying, well, maybe God doesn't care about me. God says, I don't care what it looks like. I got something for you, and I don't care how long it's going to take you. I'm going to make you stronger. I'm going to make you wiser. I'm going to make you better. I'm going to make your mind better. Look at somebody say, he's just making me stronger. Some people you look and say they're super strong. But then there's another side of gym intimidation where we look at people and say it's not happening fast enough for them. So why would I think God's going to do it for me? And God says he's trying to deliver us from that waiting time, saying, God, when? The thing is, it's not about the goal, it's about the